It seems you can't help but see everyone on YouTube exposing each other left and right. As soon as you open your browser or app on your phone, there's half a dozen videos about how this guru is fake and that person calling out the other person, and it's just a complete shitstorm. For me, I stay in my lane and focus on what I'm doing and don't really worry about others. I'm not here to call anyone out or expose people personally to get views. The only time I would do this is if I knew unequivocally someone was taking advantage of other people. I did, however, start this channel because there's a lot of misinformation and I wanted to give you my perspective on it and share my experience. This is all I think any of us can do. We can talk about our experiences and share how it's worked for us. At the end of the day, we're all on this journey together. Why can't we just help each other and collaborate? All these people on YouTube promote getting into the space and how amazing it is, but then shit on others. If you were genuine about helping people, why don't we do more collaborations with each other to help move the industry forward, instead of just constantly attacking one another? It really pisses me off. We're in business, not in 10th grade caring about who Susan hooked up with last weekend. When you make this sort of content, you have to be very careful how you do it. Like I said, I got into this to share how I built an SMMA and what worked for me without even thinking about calling others out. We've seen it a lot this year. A great example of this is Andrew Tate. Whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. He's blown up because he's been controversial in what he says. These clips get cut up and reposted, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the formulas to go viral. Controversy. I also think when you get to a certain point, there's always going to be people who want to take you down, and that's just the nature of the game. Grant Cardone says it a lot, and if you don't have haters, you just aren't big enough yet. When you go into the public eye and put yourself out there, people will form opinions about you, and it doesn't matter if it's true or not. If it fits the agenda and the narrative, that's what people run with. It was definitely something I was cautious of when starting my channel, because even though you might have the right intentions, you will get hate. It seems as though the industry is every man for themselves when it should be, hey, let's all help each other out, come together, like let's all get together and actually move the industry forward. We all want the same thing, and if you're doing this for the right reasons, which is to help people, then why aren't we doing it together? I was talking to one of my students about this, and he's seen some great results. Within 26 or 27 days, he signed 3 clients at 2K per month. Prior to this, he did sell an e-com business for 7 figures and started an agency because he was bored. But it's why he doesn't want to start a YouTube channel, because he doesn't want to be known. He doesn't want the publicity. He's a low-key person, which I can respect, even though I would love to have him on my channel. Each creator has their own audience that supports them. It's almost like a cult, which I don't think is a bad thing, but it's our responsibility when we have an audience and people look up to us to do the right thing. Be moral, have values, and not destroy others. But remember why we started this in the first place, which was to help people. Personally, I didn't start this channel to grow from exposing people. Now, if you're someone that wants to do that, for example, CoffeeZilla, then that's fine. I think people need to do what he is doing, but there is a way you should go about it. There's a fine line with these sort of things. Think of it from a complete beginner's perspective. You don't know anything and you start consuming a couple of people's content, you see others are trashing them, and then all of a sudden you're confused with who to trust. And I think right now, especially like towards the end of this year, it's happening more so than ever before. People are going to have different experiences. I don't think you can get into the online space and build a personal brand without having some people who don't succeed with what you're doing or teaching. It's very much up to the individual. Social media has painted a false picture of what it's like to succeed. Sure, you can have a nice car, the watches, the women. Yes, you can have that, but do you truly understand what it takes to succeed? The sacrifice it takes? When I say no one will support you, I mean it. Your friends will think you're crazy, your family will be against you, and you have to be willing to go through all that, because once you have made it, they'll come back and be like, oh, I always knew he was going to be successful. Trust me, it happens. Everyone's journey is different. It might take you 2 months to see success. It might take you 8 months. Hell, it might even take you 2 years, but the work you will put in will be more than you've ever done before. The beauty of this business is it's all up front, and then you can hire people and really grow it, but that's with most businesses in general. Doing this doesn't guarantee success, but not doing it certainly means failure. I wanted to make this video because now more than ever, we're seeing someone releasing videos about exposing this person, and then that person releasing a video exposing the person who exposed them without evidence. And I think without evidence, it is extremely dangerous. And that's why I'm making this video here today. If you're gonna make hit pieces on someone, you need proof and you need to be able to back it up. I'm not here to name names, but there's people who do show evidence and then there's people who don't. This cycle will continue, it always does. But what I'd like is to be more collaborative. We're all in this to help each other because after all, that's why we got into this space, to help others.